Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, January 7th, and today we're going to be continuing talking about the lesson or the theme of the book. So today, scholars will be able to use the theme of a book to identify the lesson the author is trying to teach us. So now we're just going to look at my characters' actions. How are my characters feeling? What are my characters doing? And then we're going to be able to come up with one word that describes the theme. Using that one word, then we're going to figure out the lesson. What is the author trying to teach us? Let's watch this short video clip from the movie Rocky. Okay? I want you to look at this video and I want you to think about, what do you think the theme could be? What do you think the lesson is that Rocky is trying to teach his son?
Living with you, it hasn't been easy. People see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is going to be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going on, kid.
Well, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself. And this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only going to end up bad for you, and it's going to end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
It's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm going to be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
I want you to see how my character responds. What is the lesson that Rocky's trying to teach us?
You ain't gonna believe this, but you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always going to love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son. You're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't going to have a life.
Okay, so now I want to stop and I want to think, what is the lesson that Rocky is trying to teach his son? Well, he's saying no matter how hard life gets, you need to believe in yourself and help yourself keep moving forward, to keep pushing forward. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to be looking at this with our book, Baseball Saved Us. Okay, and in Baseball Saved Us, we remember that it is about our main character, Shorty, where him and his family were moved to an internment camp. Okay? So scholars will be able to use the theme of the book to identify the lesson the author is trying to teach. So if I'm looking at the theme of this book, Baseball Saved Us, I'm going to go back and I'm going to kind of use this anchor chart. Okay? And I want to think to myself, do we think that Baseball Saved Us was about honesty, about characters who find that it is best to always tell the truth? Did that book tell me the importance of telling the truth? No. So I want to put honesty. But I probably will put perseverance, and let's read what perseverance says. Characters who never give up when facing difficult situations. Well, now I'm kind of asking myself, was Shorty put in hard situations? Was his whole life uprooted just based on the color of his skin and the race that he is? Yes. Was he able to rise above that and still be one of the best baseball players? Yeah, and hit that home run? Yes. So the theme, perseverance. It's perseverance. So now, knowing that the theme of Baseball Saved Us is perseverance, now as a reader, I want to think about, what is the lesson? After I read Baseball Saved Us, what does the author want me to know about perseverance? What is the author trying to tell me? Well, the lesson of Baseball Saved Us, is, let me go ahead and make it a little bit smaller. And if you notice, I'm using a complete sentence. Let me just make sure that I write what I want to write real quick. The lesson of Baseball Saved Us is to believe in yourself, even when times get tough. Shorty gave up on himself until the very end of the book when he looked that guard in the eyes and hit that home run. He finally learned to believe in himself. No matter who he was, he overcame it. So the lesson of Baseball Saved Us is to believe in yourself and overcome any hard obstacle in your path. This book teaches me that life isn't going to be easy, that it's not, but you have to believe in yourself. That way you can overcome any hard obstacle in your path.